my name is Kat, and this is my January book haul. So even though January is almost over, I still have a book haul for you guys. Like any good procrastinator, the last 3 days of the month are when I get the most done, so let's start with a book haul. First up is Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wein. I have been hearing so much about this book, not just from reviewers, bloggers, readers, but from some of my favorite authors that I follow on Twitter and their blogs. They are just raving about this book. It doesn't really sound like the kind of thing I would pick up otherwise, but because of all the amazing reviews and things said about this book, I just had to pick it up and see what all the buzz was about. Next is something that I picked up by accident. Now let me explain. Before Laini Taylor wrote the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, she has another 2 books in a series out. This is the Fairies of Dreamdark series, the first book being Blackbringer, and the second book is called Silkslinger, and it is out of print and very hard to find. I can't find a copy on Amazon, Book Depository, used bookstores. I couldn't find a copy anywhere. So when I found a copy in a used bookstore online, I didn't think twice. I just bought it. The only problem is I maybe should have paid a little more attention to the fine print, because it turns out it wasn't a physical copy of the book. I ended up with an audiobook. So I guess I'm looking forward to listening to this for the story, but I'm not a big fan of audiobooks, and also the runtime for this is about 13 hours. I could read this book in probably 5 hours. Audiobook, why? I really should have paid more attention when I was buying this online. I swear it did not say audiobook anywhere. It didn't say that. I thought I was buying a physical book, but alas. Next up is Splintered by A.G. Howard. This is a debut novel that came out on January 1st. It's not exactly a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. The main character of this book, Alyssa, is the great-great-great-granddaughter of the original Alice, who was the inspiration for Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. This book has been getting some really positive reviews. It has a gorgeous cover, and underneath, oh my gosh. Without the dust jacket, it has this gorgeous title in like shiny red. It's amazing and beautiful. The spine as well, it's so pretty. I love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. Next up is The Archived by Victoria Schwab. This was one of the books in my most anticipated reads of 2013. I cannot wait to read this. I have to wait like about 2 weeks because I'm going to read this when my friend Aaliyah gets her copy and is also going to read it, so I will be reading this one next month. Next up is Through the Evernight by Veronica Rossi. Another book with a really pretty hardcover underneath the jacket. So beautiful. Pet your books. Petting books. That's why you buy physical copies, so you can pet them. Through the Evernight is the sequel to Under the Never Sky, which I read earlier this month, and I really enjoyed it. I love the world of this series, and I can't wait to see what new stuff we learn in this book. Next up is another sequel, and that is Everbound by Brodi Ashton. And this one is the sequel to Everneath. I just finished Everneath a couple days ago. It has a really sweet romance that I loved, and the paranormal aspect is really interesting. For Nikki, I am totally Team Jack, but you know, if she doesn't want Cole, I'll take him. Next up, I have Boundless by Cynthia Hand. This is the 3rd and final book in the Unearthly trilogy. We have Unearthly, Hallowed, and Boundless. All of the covers are very pretty and shiny, and they match, and they're just gonna look so beautiful on my shelf. I haven't read the second book yet, but the first one, Unearthly, I loved this book. It completely captivated me, and I was waiting for the 3rd one to come out to read the second one, and now I have all of them and they're all so pretty, and I get to read the last 2 books in the series and read the series, and I'm excited. And finally, I have one more book that is the 3rd book in a trilogy, and that is Shades of Earth by Beth Revis. I absolutely hate the cover change. Like, why? I just it enrages me beyond words, so I'm not going to talk about it, or else this is going to turn into a really long rant. But cover rage aside, this series is a fantastic sci-fi read. I actually already read this book since I got it on the 15th of January, right when it came out, and I have to say that it's a great series, but this book I felt was the strongest one. I loved it. It wrapped up the trilogy perfectly, just like built upon the mystery, and it was very good. I don't know why they changed the covers. I thought these ones were beautiful. This one doesn't match and it enrages me a lot, but what can you do besides rip off the dust jacket? Which is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to do a review of not just Shades of Earth, but the entire trilogy as a whole. So I will link that somewhere in the places. Alright, those are the 7 hardcovers and 1 accidental audiobook that I got for this month, January. I'm really excited to add all of these books to my TBR pile and then just like read them all, because that's what you do with books, so yeah. It's gonna be good times, good book times. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching this book haul. I will have a new vlog up in a couple of days, so I will see you then. Goodbye!